Hello, everyone. Another story today at Cindy Harper Speaks. And today we are going to read about a snowstorm. It's called A World of Snow. It's by Kay Livorse and it's illustrated by Dave Kramer. A big snowstorm brings trouble for Mary Alice and her family. So let's see what transpires. When Mary Alice woke up, she felt that something was different. Everything was calm and quiet. She didn't hear any dogs barking. She didn't hear any cars in the street or the whistle of a nearby train. She ran to the window and looked out. Snow was falling. There was white snow everywhere. The whole world was as white as snow. Mary Alice ran to tell her brother Charlie the good news. She jumped on his bed. "Wake up, Charlie, it's snowing," yelled Mary Alice. Mary Alice and Charlie dressed quickly and ran downstairs. They wanted to go outside and play in the snow. When they ran into the kitchen, they saw Mom and Robert making breakfast. Robert was their stepfather. Their real father had died when Charlie was 5. Mom married Robert last year. Mary Alice liked Robert a lot, but Charlie was still getting used to having Robert take the place of his father. Charlie ran to the door. "Wait a minute," said Robert. "You have to eat breakfast first. Then you can play outside." "All right," said Charlie with a frown. Mom asked Robert, "Did you have trouble driving home last night?" Robert was a police officer, and sometimes he worked very late into the night. "I got a ride home just in time," said Robert. "By now, I'm sure the roads are closed. I don't think the snowplows can get through. The roads might be closed for days." Mom turned on the radio. "Listen, they are talking about the storm on the radio," she said. "The snowstorm began 6 hours ago and it is still snowing. This is a record snowfall for eastern Ohio. This storm is dangerous. We warn people to stay." The radio suddenly died. The lights went out too. "There's no power," said Charlie. "Don't worry," said Robert. "We're safe in the house and it's nice and warm." But right now, Mary Alice and Charlie did not care about being warm. They wanted to go out and play in the snow. They ate breakfast as quickly as they could. They put on their coats and ran for the door. "Mom, can we go outside and play now?" asked Charlie. "Yes, but don't forget your mittens and hats," she said. Mary Alice and Charlie ran out into the whiteness of the snow. The snow was blowing around so they could not see very far. "Stay in the yard," called Robert. "Yes, boss," said Charlie. Mary Alice had never seen so much snow, and it was so white. She and Charlie played in the deep drifts. They tried to build a snowman. They laughed and threw snowballs. Charlie decided to run to the shed in the yard. He began to climb up the side. "Charlie, what are you doing?" yelled Mary Alice. Charlie reached the top of the shed. "Look at me, I can fly," he yelled. He put out his arms like wings. Then instead of flying, he fell. He landed in a big snowdrift. "Ow!" Charlie screamed from under the snow. Mary Alice couldn't see him. "Charlie, where are you?" she called. She wanted to run to him, but it was too hard to move in the deep snow. "My leg hurts," moaned Charlie. Mary Alice could see Charlie now. He was crying and holding his leg. Robert ran out the back door. He plowed through the snow to Charlie. He had a hard time moving through the snow. "What happened, Charlie?" asked Robert. "Where does it hurt?" Charlie saw Robert coming. "I'm okay," he said. "I don't need any help." Charlie tried to stand, but his leg hurt so much that he fell again. Robert and Mary Alice could see that Charlie was in a lot of pain. Robert picked up Charlie and carried him into the house. Mary Alice quietly followed. She saw that Charlie did not feel like talking. His leg hurt too much. Robert put Charlie down on the couch. He took off Charlie's boots and felt his leg. Robert frowned. "Your leg is swollen. It may be broken. Let's get some ice on it to keep it from swelling more." I'll get a pan and fill it with snow, said Mary Alice. That's a good idea, said Robert. Mom tried to call the doctor, but the phone wasn't working either. Excuse me. What can we do now? Mom asked. He bites on the leg, said Robert. He looked out the window. I'll walk to the police station. There is a hospital on the same street. I'll try to find a doctor. But the hospital is miles away, said Mary Alice. How will you walk so far in the deep snow? Robert smiled and went to the closet. He pulled something out. What are those things? Asked Charlie. These are snowshoes, said Robert. You can walk in deep snow with snowshoes. They keep you from sinking into the snow. I used them a lot when I was growing up in Vermont. Mom, Charlie, and Mary Alice watched Robert put on his snowshoes. I'll be back soon, Robert said. Everything will be okay. From the window, they saw Robert walk on top of the snow wearing his snowshoes. Mary Alice thought it looked as if he was walking on tennis rackets. All afternoon, Mary Alice got more snow for Charlie's leg. Mom made sandwiches for lunch. Charlie tried not to think about his hurt leg. Do you think Robert will be able to get help? Charlie asked. Yes, said Mary Alice. I think he can do almost anything. While the snow continued to fall outside, Mom read them a story. All of a sudden, they heard a noise outside. It was a snowplow. An ambulance was right behind the snowplow. Robert jumped out of the snowplow and came into the house. He was followed by an ambulance driver. You found help, said Mary Alice. Charlie smiled. Mom, Mary Alice, and Robert rode in the ambulance with Charlie. Charlie looked at Robert and smiled. You know, you're not so bad, said Charlie. No, Charlie, when you get to know me, I'm not so bad, Robert laughed. The whole family smiled as the ambulance drove through the white walls of snow. What do Mary Alice and Charlie want to do? Play outside in the snow. Why is everything so quiet when Mary Alice wakes up? Because it's been snowing for hours. It's so cold, no dogs are barking. They don't hear any birds chirping. It's just quiet. Why does Charlie smile when Robert returns with help? Because I think Charlie's finally realizing Robert's a good guy. What do you think you would like the most about being in a snowstorm? The most I would like about being in a snowstorm is being inside with electricity working, sitting in front of a fireplace, reading a book, or watching a movie with loved ones. What would you dislike? I would dislike the power going out and being stuck. What about you? If you like A World of Snow, press like at the end, and I'll see you next time at Cindy Harper Speaks. Thanks for tuning in, and bye for now.